upset because, see, we got to get in the fight. We have to get in the fight. So go ahead. Start with verse 32, Sister Liz.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, he shall not come into this city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before it with shield, nor cast a bank against it. By the way that he came, by the same shall he return, and shall not come into this city, saith the Lord. For I will defend this city to save it, for mine own sake, and for my servant David's sake. And it came to pass that night that the angel of the Lord went out and smote in the camp of Assyrians 185,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, departed and went and returned and dwelt at Nineveh. And it came to pass, as he was worshiping in the house of Nisroch, his god, that Adramelech and Sharezer, his sons, smote him with the sword, and they escaped into the land of Armenia, and Azarot, his son, reigned in his stead.
So why did I have her to read it all? Because, see, I need you to understand when God is fighting your battle, when we get out of it and we invite him back in it, when we get back in the fight, I told you, we got to get back in the fight. How do I get back in the fight? Our part of getting in the fight is prayer. Hezekiah them didn't get dirty. They didn't go out and fight nobody. As a matter of fact, they were scared. But if you go back and read the whole story, we jumped around a little bit. But when you go back and read, God begins to chastise Hezekiah, tell Hezekiah everything and why they are where they at. And he begins to tell them what they're about to go through. But he then turns around and says, but this is what's going to happen to your adversary, your enemy. I'm going to cause your enemy to be killed. You're not going to even do nothing. I'm going to send the angel and I'm going to take care of your lightweight. And so it gave it in the numbers or the scores or whatever. Let me go ahead and break it down to you what it really means. That number was the Lord sent the angels that night and he killed 185,000 people. They didn't lift a sword. They didn't do anything. So if he could take care of what the enemy was doing, they were taunting them and they were talking about they were going to kill them, they were going to destroy them. He was talking about his God. He said, you think your God something for me? I done killed all those others. And see, listen, y'all think I just be talking sometimes. When I be talking about, I don't understand how people go and buy a God and worship. I'm serious. Like now you can buy a Buddha or whatever from any store just about. You go in Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx, and Burlington's, they got them, they a plethora. I'm tripping. Y'all done heard me say it a couple of times. Like, how you going? I'm going to bow down to something. I'm going to pay. I'm going to buy and then I'm going to bow down to it. Y'all tell me about my invisible God. Then I'm telling you, some of them have the audacity to be like, hey, you serving the invisible God? Well, I surely am not going to serve something that I can go out and buy. you even when he was talking about when he began to tell God about he said he really did kill them. But then Hezekiah had to say, but in hindsight, even though he killed all their guards and stuff, they were only made out of stone and wood. You can't do nothing. You understand? I can take your God and throw him on the concrete and he's gonna break up. And evidently you drop your God and you got to go replace him. So that's why you go get another one. But that's sidebar. All I'm saying is, why wouldn't we want to pray to our God? Why wouldn't you want to worship the true and living God? Why wouldn't you want to invite your God, the God that's looking at the whole wide world, that's able to cause an angel to come and wipe out all of your lightweight, cause the angel to come and cause the police or whoever to get whoever it is and put them in bondage, put them in jail. I'm not saying everybody got to die, but all I'm saying is, I refuse to be walking and scared to go home and scared to go this place and scared to go that place, because I don't know when I serve the big old God that looks high and he's the one that controls the whole world. He's just waiting on me as a king's kid to invite him into the situation. He's just waiting on me to pray about the situation. He's waiting on somebody to stand in the gap. To stand in the gap for a city, to stand in the gap. Stop being lazy Christians and let's be Christians about it. Let's be Christians that's ready to fight. Let's be Christians that's ready to war. How do I war? I war on my knees. I war on my face. I war with my word. I invite him in. I remind him of his word. No weapon that's formed against me shall prosper. It don't matter who it is. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So it don't matter what's going on in the world. It don't matter who they serving or what the enemy thinks that he has. He still is subject to God. He still has to bow down to God. He still has to obey God. So listen, stop being afraid of the enemy. Stop being afraid of what he's releasing. And let's get back in our prayer closet. Let's get back to taking people back. Snatch somebody out of the gates of hell. It's time for us to pray. It's time for us to stop just letting life happen. Stop letting the enemy taunt us. Stop letting the enemy take over. Stop letting the enemy come and put you out of your comfort zone. I'm not going to be afraid to walk my streets. I'm not going to be afraid to drive down the street. I'm not going to be afraid to move freely in the country that I was born and raised in. And I listen, I don't know about y'all, but listen, how many of y'all ready to take